Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the Samsung Galaxy S22. Now I've had the phone for over a week, and as an iPhone 13 Pro Max user, it's completely different from what I'm used to using. I've had Apple phones for a long time now, I think since iPhone 5 or 6, and the Galaxy S22 is my first Android phone in God knows how long. So after a week's use, here's some things that I love about the phone, coming from an iPhone perspective. Number one on my list is a game changer, and that's a wireless SharePlay charging. So for Android users, this is probably normal to them, as they've had it for a while, but I can honestly say this feature, it saved me plenty of times before. So just recently, I think a few weeks ago, I had a work trip to Crewe to film some footage, and I forgot to bring my iPhone charger. Now, considering all the footage I was filming was in 4K, my battery didn't last long, and by 3 o'clock it was pretty much dead. No one had a charger as well that I could borrow, so this is where wireless SharePlay came in clutch for me. All I had to do was pop the back of the iPhone on top of the Samsung, and voila, the phone charges. It might not charge at a fast pace, but it does the job, and it gave me enough juice to last the day until I came back home. Having also come back from Turkey, it helped out massively as well when I was pretty much out all day, and I didn't carry any portable power banks with me, mainly because they're heavy and I just didn't want to carry extra pieces in a very hot day as well. Honestly, this feature, it's a game changer, and the fact that it works with iPhones and isn't limited to just Android is so useful. Hopefully Apple, they take note of this and bring it to iPhones in the future. Number two on my list is Samsung's ability to allow us to customize the home screen, allow always on display widgets, and the display itself. Again, these features have been around for years on Android, and although Apple are slowly bringing it to iPhones, you're limited as to what you can put on. So I've currently got iOS 16 on my iPhone, and with the newest software, they've allowed you to put little widgets on your lock screen, and even on the home screen you're limited in terms of what you can put on. Same with the lock screen, it just doesn't look nice, and it's not how you'd want it to look compared to how Samsung have it. Now I think with the iPhone 14, Apple might introduce always on display widgets, but with them doing it now, it's just gonna probably look really weird and not as complete as Samsung's. With always on display, for the Samsung, I have heard that it can take up a lot of battery, so I've got my one set to tap to use, but it is a nice feature to have, and it does come in handy, showing notifications and what you're missing out on. The display on the S22 as well, it's really nice, it's clear, in the sunset as well. When the sun's proper beaming down onto your phone, you can see everything as well. Dark mode is quite nice when you use it. Honestly, in terms of display, I'd probably say it's similar to the iPhone. iPhone's got Super Retina XDR, I think, whereas the Samsung has AMOLED, but I might be wrong. But yeah, the display on the Samsung is really nice, and I'm impressed with it. Up next, it's Face ID, fingerprint, and pin code. So having an in-screen fingerprint on the Samsung, it's so good. Whenever Face ID doesn't work, you can just use the in-screen fingerprint. And again, on Android, a lot of these phones have this ability as well as Face ID, so I'm not sure why Apple are lagging behind so much. Hopefully, well, to be fair, I doubt they'll bring it into the iPhone 14, but hopefully in the next generation iPhones, they do add the ability to have an in-screen fingerprint. It's just simple basic features like that that just makes Android phones and Samsung Galaxies stand out more. I've been an Apple fanboy for as long as I can remember. All I use is Apple, but upon using Samsung Galaxies and other Android phones, you can just tell that there's just so many features that Android has that Apple lack, and then when Apple do bring them, sometimes it just doesn't work as much. Number four of my list of 5 things I like about this Galaxy S22 is the size. Now, with my iPhone 13 Pro Max, I'm using a very large phone, that weighs quite a lot. So going from a 6.7 inch screen on the iPhone to a 6.1 inch on the Samsung is a big difference. But in a way it's a good thing for me, because shrinking the size, it just makes one-handed use a lot easier for me. I know the iPhone 13 Pro is 6.1 inch as well, but I've held that, and it does weigh a bit more than the Galaxy. Samsung is very light and it's easier to take with you in terms of putting it in my pocket or just holding it. It's lightweight. Again, it could be said the same for the iPhone as well. Finally, the camera on this phone is amazing. You've got a 50 megapixel camera on the back, 10 megapixel telephoto, and 12 megapixel wide camera. And on the front you've got the selfie camera, which is 10 megapixel, and compared the selfie camera to my iPhone camera, it is night and day difference. Here's some photos that I took during my trip to Istanbul, along with some videos. The quality, for some reason, when it gets transferred across devices, isn't as clear compared to the iPhone, which is annoying. But yeah, here's some examples that I took on my Galaxy phone. In the gallery section, it is ultra clear, maybe a bit too clear. You can see any wrinkles or freckles that you've got on your face, but I've taken quite a few pictures alongside my iPhone, and honestly, the Galaxy wins hands down, and a lot of people would probably say that as well. For some reason, Samsung have just smashed it out of the park with the Galaxy cameras. And I know on the Ultra as well, S22 Ultra, which I've reviewed, the camera on that is even better. I think you've got like a 100 megapixel camera, and I think you've got like 5 in total compared to the 3 lenses on the S22 and S22 Plus. But yeah, that's 5 things I thoroughly enjoyed about the Galaxy S22. There's probably more things that stand out. Honestly, there's just so much you can do with the Galaxy. These are the 5 things that just come off the top of my head, but 100% there's more. There are also quite a few things that I hate about this phone, and I might do that in a different video. So if you want me to do that, let me know in the comments below. But appreciating you staying this far into the video. If you have, leave a like, press that subscribe button, and thanks for watching this video.